Hello everyone and welcome to TrainSim TV. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the all new Class 800 and 803 Enhancement Pack from Armstrong Powerhouse. The pack's just been released as of today, as the same day as we recorded this video, and please do note that things may change moving forward in the next few days. Any such stuff like little patches and bits and pieces that may change bits along the way. So just do note that this may change a little bit. It won't massively change, just be little bits, but I always do put that out there. So this is the long-awaited IET EP. Now, this has been massively hyped. So many people have wanted this one, and wherever you've gone on Facebook or wherever, you've not probably scrolled down without seeing something to do with when's the pack out, is it nearly ready, blah, blah, blah. I certainly haven't. But yeah, it's here. It's out finally. It was quite an early release. I think it was possibly could have been like an 8 o'clock this morning, to be quite honest. It was already out before I was up and moving, so yeah. This trailer came out last night. I did say it was going to be out, so it's here. Happy days. The pack itself comes with a plethora of liveries that the units have carried up to now. Comes with different seating maquettes as well. 3 scenarios for the Alan Thompson Sim Chat Moss route also. There is, however, some extra scenarios on the Powerhouse app, which are ones covering the Nottingham and Lincoln route from Just Trains, and the DTG Riviera line as well. So there is a few extras out there, and no doubt within the next day or so there'll be a shed load of scenarios available for you to download anyway on the community. So I don't think it'll be too long before you'll have IET scenarios coming out of your ears. So excellent stuff. We're going to be taking the Transpennine one this afternoon, or well today on this video. So we're starting at Liverpool Lime Street. We're going along the Chat Moss to Manchester, Victoria, with a service bound for Newcastle. So let's get ourselves set up, and then we'll have a little look round and see what's what. So this is the cab. All familiar with the cab. Do note as well, I am now on my new PC, which is running in 4K, so it should be a lot smoother, a lot more of a crisp experience as well. The PC itself is running a 3080 graphics card. It's got the new 12th gen i7 in here, also with 32 gig of RAM. So it's a lot more beefy than my last setup as well, so we should get some good results. So we'll get the cab set up, get the doors open, have a listen to the door alarms also, and we'll just cover bits along the way. I don't know the trains from Adam. I've never been in one. I've seen a few of them on the main line, but again, I've never experienced them as a passenger. So it's not going to be a review of how alike are they. It's just me basically taking it for a drive and just showing you and just going through bits and pieces along the way. So I'm using the PVC, which it works with. Fantastic. So key, you can do that by clicking the key, but it works with my key, so you can see there. You can click it also. Reverse into neutral. Cancel the alarm by pressing F, and then the AWS horn will come on. Cancel that.
TPWF and AWF operational.
So that is all on there. So we'll put it forward. We've got a green. Take the DRA off, like so. We'll do the doors next. So we'll just go outside here so you can hear these. We'll change the destination also by pressing F7 or F8 to get to where we wish to be. So we want Newcastle on here. So let's just literally scroll through them. There's a good number of different destinations that you can see here, covering different routes. And we want Newcastle, as I said, so there we go. That's sorted. So we couldn't do that before. That is a new feature, which you can finally change your destination on these. Quite cool bits and pieces. Just not got long here, so I'm going to pause this for a second before we get going. One of the new things on here is, it's come from Major Wells, Ben and Penn Halligan, is the Gangway Connections and also the cables that go in between the two cars. These were never there, they were never available in the actual original model, so it's nice to see some proper detail in there. However, it's a shame that we haven't got the modification that they made where they took one of the cables off the top and it's got that sort of like spirally elasticated cable that goes over the top with the socket wires. But never mind, it is what it is. We actually do have some cables, so we can't grumble on that one. Looking very good. I believe this, I think, is the one that Klaus has been involved with, so I think, I'm not correctly sure, it may be the same skin that did come with the Chat Moss route. It may have had some extra bits added to it, which it probably has done, to be quite fair. There'll be extra stickers, but I know he was involved, so I think it was sort of like the stuff over the windows and all that. But yeah, it's looking good. Good to see. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get our lights on, so that we'll go back in here for. And that's there, so we'll put them onto full, which I'm assuming is full because there's no day or night time markers, and I assume it's full because there's no yellow panel, meaning that you need as much visibility on the front of the unit as possible, so it's lit like a Christmas tree. Looks like the new cluster there as well, which is nice to see. How cool you can hear the external wipers. Quite sure I've never heard wipers outside before. Maybe I have, I've just never noticed it before. It's quite cool. Decent sounds as well. Not like really big thuds. Instrument lights are already on. Also, we'll get that thing right off. I hope that's right. We're going to activate the speed set, so pressing Control and full stop, that turns that on. And then we'll change that as desired as we go along by pressing full stop or comma. We're going to be calling that Lee Green, Newton Willows, and Victoria on this run. It's about a 40-minute scenario, this one. One of the 3 again that comes with the pack for this route. So you do need to make sure you have this route installed to run them scenarios as such. Interlock is now fully closed or shut. Give the buzzer back. Which I love that buzzer, it feels really retro. Cool sound. I'm going to go outside here as well, just. What have I done here? It's in forward. Why isn't it going? Right, I've just literally stopped the video for a second there. I am back in. I've got it working now. No idea where it went. I've just literally whacked it into emergency and took it off and it's got going. That noise you heard there as well is the interlock air, sort of like grasping everything together, if you will. It sort of fills up and locks the doors in. Quite cool. I never knew that, to be fair. But we missed the external camera out, but it's all thrown me off. This is my first look as well. I haven't played this yet or anything like that. I've had a look for the manual, sort of familiarise myself, so we'll sort of go with the flow and just enjoy the drive and have a listen. But again, don't expect this to be a like-for-like comparison review against the real train because I couldn't tell you if it is or not. Sounds good though. That whine sounds a lot better than the original pack, so I'll give him that. So hats off to getting that sorted. It sounded awful, you know. Had a horrible sort of fade off as well. Having only heard them sort of here and there at stations, only very rarely, because I'm nowhere near really the Class 800s and stuff like that. TP ones, I mean, I'm in the Blackpool area, but to get to my nearest one really is the Chat Moss. I've seen them at Leeds and York briefly. Bar that, not very much of them. They just sound good. Also, please note, you may see some packs missing, some branding packs. I do need to reinstall some bits because I've literally just got this new PC set up and I'm still missing a few bits and bobs, so those will be sorted moving forward. Now that I've seen the 319's missing its branding, I'll go and get that sorted next. Just nip into the passenger view. This is the TPE Seating Maquette, which is included. One of the many ones that come with it. So obviously, as I say, all the liveries that come with the pack have their own seating livery. So you've got GWR, LNER, Transpennine, Hull Trains, and Lumo on that. So those are the seats. There's a few bits extra in the livery department. There is you've got the Hitachi plain white livery with and without logo. You also have Great Western Railway's 800s, so there's a few different ones there with and without the logos also there. LNER, Transpennine of course. You've got Transpennine Grey, which is nice to see. Hull trains as well, which looks really cool. I love the graphical detail on the side of that, which must have been really fun to put together. Hull trains unbranded also, and then you get the Lumo livery, which is the newest one to the party at the moment in the Hitachi family, which is it's just basic blue, but nevertheless it's another service you can recreate in your scenarios. I do recommend that you go and have a look at the manual as well. Do give that a read, because there's a few different processes that you need to learn, such as obviously the buy mode and stuff like that. It does feature the diesel mode, which I'm not overly sure if this scenario will feature it. It may do at the end, because it does change over when you get to Victoria, so it may have us do that just before the end of the scenario. If it does, we'll be able to show that. If not, then we will cover it in a stream or a future video, so do look out for it. But I just literally picked this scenario off the top of my hat. I literally clicked this one. I thought, oh, we'll go with that one. Nice sunny one, so why not? Picking up some speed now. Certainly good. So what I'll do is set this selective speed up, so keep my finger on full stop. It's going up in 5 miles per hour increments, so that's there. So put the power on now, it won't go over 75, which is really cool. Nice little feature to see. It says, have I not turned it on this? No, it wasn't on. Try again. It was on, but it seems to have turned itself off. It might be because I've had to switch it off quickly when I was paused off the video. There we go. Should be right now. So you see the amps are tailing off. That's the word I'm looking for. It's now sitting at 80 miles an hour. But we'll have to go up to 90 in a second, so we'll go up again. So if I just hang on a second for that to go down the side of the train. You can see the amps are building up slightly there, and again to 90. It's now picking up speed again. So first stop's Lee Green is 6.5 miles, and in that meantime, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a read up on this part of the manual. So traction physics, great care has been taken to try and accurately simulate the acceleration characteristics of the subclasses of both electric and diesel. In electric mode, real-world observations suggest that all subclasses perform in a similar manner. Acceleration is swift at a constant rate to around 23 miles per hour before tailing off as speed increases. Higher speeds can be reached with ease. In diesel mode, acceleration is around 70% the rate of electric, with it dropping off sooner at around 10 miles per hour. There also is to be differences depending on subclasses. LNER 800s have been observed to accelerate in the standard manner as originally specified by the Department for Transport, whereas GWR 800 and all 802s appear to have around 15% more power available, resulting in improved acceleration. And finally, LNER 801s have a single emergency generating unit, also known as a GU engine, which has been simulated when selecting diesel mode. As you expect, performance is much degraded, and on a 9-car 801 or 2 in particular, a speed of only 60 miles per hour can be expected on level track eventually. I love the little bit of comedy in there with the eventually. There's varying brake modes. You've got friction brake, dynamic brake, holding brake, hill start brake, and emergency brake in there. Talks you through it all. I'm not going to read every little aspect there. I just thought that bit with the track stuff quite cool, quite important really, just so you guys know what Richard's actually done with the pack. so you know what to expect with the different ones you drive. Adhesion and wheel slip, all that's been simulated with the newer wheel slip stuff. Finally got that, because I never actually updated my packs when all the big updates came out recently. I waited on purpose really for the new PC to come, because they want to download them, install them, and have to redo it again anyway. So I'm there now, so we've got it. There's a section for the diesel and electric mode, obviously for the changeover and stuff, so do give that a read. Again, if we do come to actually have to do that in a bit, we'll go back to that and go through it properly and try and do it, try and get it working. There's different door operations as well, so you've got driver only operation, guard operation, selected door operation, and it tells you how to change them by Control and R, so you can flick through the different ones you desire and which you need for your scenario, or whichever one you want to use. Speed set, we covered that already, which is Control and full stop to activate, and then it's full stop and comma to flick through the different speed you want to set up at. If you want neutral section functionality, you need to put your own markers in the route. Those are available for you to place. They come under AP and common objects in the filter object library thing. So you go in your scenario mode, filter it in on there, and then you place the markers down at the neutral sections. I assume that's because the train itself doesn't have like neutral section stuff scripted in. You wouldn't have a clue what would happen when you go over these neutral sections. Lee Green's nearly in a minute as well, so we'll start slowing down for that in a sec. Train wash mode as well, which limits the train to 3 miles per hour. You can activate that with Control T. Let's knock some speed off. Good braking on this as well. Not harsh either, it's quite good and gradual as well. There's coupling procedures in there also in the manual, so do have a look at that. And the destinations, of course, is F7 and 8 as always with AP packs, so nothing's changed there. And there's a list as well if you are a scenario creator. Obviously need that for reference. I'm going to go into the platform and just have a listen to it come in. I've gone past slightly. I'm at the 68 marker there. Never mind. Quite cool, it's got the orange cant line up there. I assume that's for first class, possibly, meaning. However, it doesn't seem to have a cant line at the top of this side, and whether that's a bug or not, I do not know. I would say that's got to be a bug, surely. Hopefully, if it's a bug, AP can rectify that in due course. Also on the externals, you can see all these extra little bits, such like all the new stickers, and it looks like there's new cameras that have been putting up there as well, and all the bits and pieces. You've got lower external details. There's done photo textures a bit more, but you still get the idea at least. Obviously, if this was a brand new model, this would have been all modelled in properly, but you've got to work with what you've got, unfortunately. It's just one of them things, but it still looks good. Some of the texture look decent enough. These look a little bit janky on here. They do look very, very low res and pixelated, them door buttons. Like in the detail that's been put in around the light surrounds as well, because that was never there, so at least there is something there. Looks like it's been drawn on a bit more than anything, but at the end of the day, at a distance, it looks pretty bang on. You're not going to be driving it looking up there anyway, so you're not really going to be seeing it like that. It looks very good. It does. It's nice to finally get all of it. I mean, it's not going to be a unit I'm going to drive massively, but it fills that gap. It's a huge, huge gap it fills in terms of the AI as well, because you could never do modern scenarios on any of these routes with not having this proper unit there. There's been reskins there, but obviously they serve a purpose. But finally we've got the all singing, dancing EP. Next stop for us is Newton Le Willows in 4.7 miles. Carrying on with the manuals, so we've got arcing pantographs, so that simulates the little flash that you'll see between the contacts of the carbon skates on the pantograph and the cable. So basically, what happens is an hour after and an hour before. Alright, an hour after sunrise and 1 hour after sunset. Here we go, let's get this right. On a dry day you'll get the arcing, which is light, so you only get a little bit. An hour after sunset and an hour after sunrise there is moderate arcing to simulate the moisture. Basically, so that's on like a rainy day, I think that is. Moderate arcing on rain, when raining at any time of the day. Anytime, right, I'm getting confused here. So, for 1 hour after sunset, 1 hour after sunrise, there is a moderate arcing to simulate the moisture that tends to build up on the overheads once night falls. And then also you get moderate arcing in the daytime when it rains. Right, okay, I've got that right. During the winter, 1 hour after sunset and 1 after sunrise, there is heavy arcing to simulate ice and frost that tends to build up on the overhead contact wires after and once night falls. And there is also heavy arcing when snowing at any time of the day during the winter. Right. Easy. Arcing becomes more frequent when you gain speed also. So let's go up here. Very cool. Also, you'll audibly hear it if it's heavy or moderate. That's cool. So it's got sound as well. Cold start as well, there is cold start to talk you through that. Do give that a read because it may be a little bit different to the normal processes, which I think it is, because I can already see you've got to do auxiliary on by page up, so that's definitely a new feature, new way of doing it. N&M as well is included for the diesel motors. We're going up to St Helens. St Helens? I don't even know where we are. It might not be actually. I have no idea where we are, I forget. Earlstown, sorry, not St Helens. There's a section for bits on bobs as well, I'll go over that in a minute. Right, so while we're waiting here, one thing that I have noticed, there isn't the digital speedometer, which I'm most certain there should be one on the screen, but for whatever reason there isn't one, which is a shame. There also is a bit of a shame there's no working GSMR. Again, that's one of the features that we're very used to having, so this time around we don't get that, unfortunately. We're off. That was nice in the passenger saloon there. Not overly loud, it's quite well soundproofed. You do hear it a bit. So yeah, I'll go for the bits and bobs section in a second. We're just about to arrive at Newton below, so we'll get ourselves in at the station there and we'll start going through that. There's another unit. I'm going to try and go for a screenshot. I'm going to try and... Maybe not, I don't know. Nah, I'm not going to go with that, I don't like that. It's too shadowed. I'm sure I'll find a better one up the line. Probably coming to Manchester. But what I will do actually, I'll put that camera back a little bit. I'll just see it a little bit better. I feel like I'm sat on top of the dash. No. Just randomly put into emergency brake as you do. If you do that, press F and it'll cancel it. Right, so in the bits and bobs, you've got newly modelled car-to-car cables and corridor connections. Those are the ones I mentioned before from Ben Penhaligon at Major Wells. You've got a detailed underframe visual specific to each subclass and vehicle. Applicable windows removed on LNER units where there is a buffet. 2 windows removed on the Hull Trains and Transpennine Express DPTF vehicle compared to the default 3 windows. Pantograph monitoring light illuminates when the reverser is in forward and reverse. High quality head marker and tail light textures and accurate light combinations. Improved body side indicator light visuals now show both sides when the door interlock is lost. Screws on the horn grille added for valance, for front valance. 2 front valance, sorry. 2 horn variants, original and KSJ. I have no idea what the differences of them are. In-cab high quality pictorial buttons have been added opposed to the generic block colour ones on the original model. Is that on the outside or is that pictorial buttons? That can't be them because they look pixelated. Is it these? It's these, innit? Ah, it is. It's these because I remember AP posted a texture sheet, didn't he, for all the buttons? So that must be that. It's got to be all the buttons and all the little pictures on them. So that must be those. New AWS sunflower visuals, which we cannot. Where is the AWS sunflower? I don't even know where it is. I have no idea. Oh, it's there. It's not on a minute because we haven't got a thingy. We can't look at that. I'll take his word for that. Brake force gauge amended to look more accurate. What's them? This might be a better screenshot up here. Apart from the shadow. Take a couple. The good thing with this new PC is now when you take screenshots, it doesn't have like a nine week lag on it. So yeah, speedometer recalibrated so it actually displays the speed. Eminence duplicate electric button hidden. Improved visual stuff to do with the instrument lights. Headlight proving lights. I assume that's the lights on the diagram there. Cab camera position amended, so it's more more of the desk is visible. Obviously, it depends on what you have your field of view set to. 4-step reverser with an off notch. Power brake controller will not move into power unless the reverser is in forward and reverse. Reverser will not move if power brake controller is in a notch. Lights automatically revert to tail lights when reverser is set to off. TPWS lights illuminating during the AWS self-test. And safety systems isolated illuminates on cab desk when the DVD is disabled. Where's the DVD? Is that? Yeah, there. So you can see underneath the line bolt, it's red at the minute. I don't have it on, only because I'd have to mess about setting up my controller, so I'll just leave it off. You also got a lot more yet. I thought I'd finished. There's a second page. Correct door open buttons illuminate when your doors are open on the relevant side. The pantograph will drop if the emergency brake plunger is used. We better not do that, because that'll be fun, won't it? It'll bring up all manners of issues. I'm speeding here. Probably should have the hood on. Which I thought my speed selector was on. Evidently not. It is out. He says. Right. It's on now, I think. There we go. Variable wiper speed, so we're seeing that, and the wiper audible rub against the windscreen when it's not wet. So you'll hear, that's cool. So you'll hear the rub on the windscreen if it's not raining. That's cool. I like that. Driver to guard buzzer does not function in DOO door mode. Train door control buttons only illuminated in GO door mode. So that's guard operated, guard only. Functioning forward preparation and rear preparation buttons. The former opens the leading nose cone and the latter opens the trailing nose cone. You've also got air seals around the door. The cab doors can be heard inflating when accelerating at 2 miles an hour and deflating when it's back at 2. Rams on the saloon doors can be heard engaging when accelerating to 15.5 and disengaging when they're at 2. Drop that down 75 there. Right hand head out view faces the leading pantograph, a great spot to watch arcing after dark, so that's like the flash cam if you will. Which we've been doing on the video. Got a 1 second delay passing over AWS magnets. The headlight and pantograph light only provide illumination before sunrise and after sunrise. This is to avoid unrealistic appearances and projected light in broad daylight. So we won't see that. There's no point in me looking at it. It's not dark. So basically, that's the little spotlight that looks up at the cable and the pantograph. Wipers operate on AI services if it's raining. Frequency of the wiper depends on the intensity of rain. That's cool. I've never seen that before, so that's a cool feature. It's new. I think that's new. I've definitely never. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before with an AI having the wipers on. That's cool. The next section is about setting up the cab. So basically, to do that, it's easy enough. It's usual stuff, really. Shift W for your key. Neutral with pressing S. Cancel the alarm by pressing F, and then AWS self-test Q. Check your headlights. Then set your destination with F7 and 8, and then DRA with Y, and then you should be good to go. Then it goes on how you do so basically your scenario creation section down below. You can do all your different bits and pieces. You can do your numbering, your power mode, door modes, pantographs. You can have the KSJ horns if you wish as well. So H equals K. You can have your nose cone open, and you can activate with a cold start. And it goes through all that. Your scenarios, again, 3 of them are provided for the Chatmos route from ATS, which is the route we're on now. So we've got one Papa 13 Liverpool Lime Street to Newcastle, which I think is the one we're doing. We are. And then you've also got a nighttime scenario, which is 1 Papa 39 Liverpool Lime Street to Newcastle again. And then you've got 9 Mike 24, which is 11 to 24 Newcastle to Liverpool Lime Street service. Credits for the pack on this one are Nicholas Shishan for advanced scripting, Ben Penhaligon modelling of the car-to-car cables and corridor connections, Lewis Clouds for the assistance with the LNER and Transpennine Express liveries, and also thanks go to Hitachi for the assistance in sound recordings. There we go. So that is the manual. I'm going to close that down now because I don't really need that. I'm just going to drive the last 7 miles into Manchester. Just enjoy the pack. Hope you're enjoying the better quality as well, the video, compared to previous videos I've done, where my PC just wasn't up to the scratch as much as this one is. It's a massive difference though. FPS. I'm running in 4K here, by the way, and my FPS currently is 102. Make of that what you will. Insane. Never have I seen TS over 100 in a normal route. I was usually getting about 60 on this. 40, 50s and 60s I'd get on this route. It was playable, by no means. But insane performance on this new PC, so yeah, I'm impressed. Passing over the motorway there, the ring road. Cancel that. You've got your sun visor there as well. One thing you don't get rid of with the new PC, however, is the Talo stutter. There'll always be a bit of Talo, but it's a lot quicker getting through it, which is nice. TS itself's running an M.2 now as well, so it's decent. Looks like we went a little bit early into Manchester as well. Same, we're doing it 6:29 rather than 6:31. It's a nice, easy paced run. I tell you what I do look forward to is actually doing a diesel drive on the Cornish main line. I think that's going to be quite nice. Something different as well, finally being able to do that. So probably could be one of the first things I do with the diesel mode, I think. Maybe Harrogate Loop as well, we can do the direct line. Might have to look at making maybe a little scenario for that. Because really we have got virtually the stock now, which is good. Bar 195s, but we just have to make do with having a 158 instead. Literally on the outskirts now, it's like 3 miles in, so we're just approaching. I think you can see the Hilton right down there, the weird structure that it is. The M602 as well on the left there, very quiet this morning. A couple of cars out for the early morning commute. Hopefully as well I haven't sounded so bunged up compared to the last video. I seem to have gone past the cold now, so winner. Keep down the signal. We did have a single yellow there, so I'm expecting this to be red. We've still got 5 minutes to do 1.7 miles, so we probably will be getting held. Yeah, we are, parts of it. Presuming there'll be something crossing over here. There's a 319 just coming off over there. The I think is it Solver Crescent section now? Just double check which one that is. Yeah, it's off Solver Crescent. And hopefully we'll be on our way in a second. I love that gantry. I'm trying to get a screenshot with that. A little bit of Tarlow coming to Manchester. Soon sorts itself out though. I'm missing that bridge again. I've had this issue before where the loft seems to go walkabout around it. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll reinstall the route again. Can't really take that screenshot now, can I? Yeah, I've had it once before, and when you reinstall it, it seems to fix it all up. So fingers crossed it'll sort it. Screenshots are sort of out the window from here onwards because it's now in between all the old tall buildings. I can't even get my words out here. Can't speak. As Mark would say, can't speak. Down to 25. Platform 4 is where we're going to be leaving our run by lots of it. So yeah, £16.99, is it worth the money? Let me know in the comments if you think it is or not. I myself personally, I am happy with it. It's not a train I know about, so I can't really say if I'm upset or not. I mean, I'm a bit upset there's no the GSMR stuff, and that, but it's just a small thing at the end of the day. It doesn't really cause anything to your snow, does it? It's just pressing a few buttons. But it would have been nice to have seen something done for that. But there obviously must be a reason for that. I haven't done the diesel sounds, so I can't comment on them. But for what I've seen here, I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. It looks decent. It sounds decent. It'd just be nice to fill the gaps, finally, in a lot of scenarios. No doubt there are people that don't like it, and at the end of the day, everyone's allowed an opinion on that. So, I'd say, put your thoughts in the comments. Keep it civil, of course, and all that. Now, where do we stop here? I assume next to this guy. See you later, mate. Anyway, I don't know if there's anything else in the scenario, but if there is, I will do it. But at this point, thank you very much for watching. The link and everything is in the description below. Do go and have a look for yourselves. Read the manual, of course. Do read the manual. And it should help you along your way and get you up and running and familiarised with it all. Again, cheers for watching, guys. And we'll see you again very, very soon for another video. Do keep an eye out for us on Twitch at twitch.tv/trainsim_TV on Thursdays and Sundays most normally, unless something happens, and I will post, obviously, if that's not the case. But do come and join us for the fun and antics that usually happen. There's always something. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you for watching, guys. I will catch you very soon for another video. Take care, stay safe, and bye for now.